Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. Today, we've got a team that's been great at defending the pass. The Panthers are top 10 at defending the pass, and they'll be going up against the Vikings, who will need to solve that secondary. With that, it's time to hook up with our commentators in the booth as we turn it over to Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL takes us to the Carolinas and Bank of America Stadium here in Uptown Charlotte. Today we've got a matchup here in pivotal Week 7 between the Minnesota Vikings and the Carolina Panthers. They'll run it now out of the gun. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42. Jerry Hughes on the stop. When we look at this unit like we are now, Greg Olsen has become such a reliable target in this league.
Loves to be considered the #1 option in the passing game in the offense he plays, and he lives up to it. Knows the defense is set for him, knows how to beat them.
They'll look to throw. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. 23 yards on the play.
Every coach we ever talk to says to his team before the game, quick start, guys. Let's get out of the gate fast. How about that? They took his lesson to heart, didn't they?
They did exactly that. A nice diving catch here on the game's opening drive. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be taken down at the 34. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain can look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
Second down following the run. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And Hill with it over the middle. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Fresh set of downs here.
Watch left. Start right there. Set, blue 90. 51 the mic, boy, 51.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. It's Hill, complete. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's 1st and goal.
That looked like a pretty good route combination there because you've got to find a way to clear.
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. Caleb Sturgis now for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry now for Adrian Peterson. No gain on the play there. Second down. Here's the offense, and when you talk about this offense, you certainly have to talk about all-day AP, Adrian Peterson.
Does not shy away from contact. Also has the speed to go the distance. It's the rare combination that you get from one of the great runners of all time in the NFL. 2,000 yards every year is the goal. I never bet against him.
Bridgewater now. He's going to get this one out to his fullback. Give him 3 on the play, and that'll lead here to a third down. And the starting defense here for the Panthers.
Aaron Donald's dimensions were talked about big time when he first entered the league. Many called him undersized. Now they just call him all-pro.
It's third down, 6 yards to go for the offense. On third down, Bridgewater. He's got it complete to Stephon Diggs. Now it appears we're going to get whistles and a stop. A man down on the return. We'll check on his status when we get back. The Vikings send out their punter. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. Is the distance on the punt there. And the Panthers will get it here as they take possession. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Now contact up front as penalty markers come in. Who is this against? So you heard the word. This is a neutral zone infraction.
Yeah, the defender wanted to try and get back after he had jumped, unable to do so.
So a first down and 5 for the offense. They'll come out in the pistol. Back to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. Quickly now a look at the defensive starters for Minnesota.
Harrison Smith is a player I love to watch. Whether he's ranging deep as a free safety or near the line of scrimmage where he makes more plays, keep your eyes on him.
He'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. And I know it's hard in live action, but you've got to keep your hands away from the face. That's a 15-yard penalty.
You work on it all the time, making sure your target area is lower and trying to keep your hands away from the face mask so you don't get the big penalty.
So they're operating in the red zone. Murray, the lone setback. Looking to throw. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Their dangerous wide receiver. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And his kick is good. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop.
First play of the drive, let's give credit all around. Excellent blocking, But the guy carrying the ball, he was the finisher. A really nice run.
They run again with Peterson. Able to get away.
That's why you keep the legs churning.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
That run is what defenses don't like about dealing with Adrian Peterson. His ability to drop a shoulder and run through contact.
And he's amazing at keeping those strong legs going, isn't he?
For him, no run is ever truly over. I mean, he's actually not even convinced that when they blow the whistle, he's actually down. That's how he finishes runs in a big way. Some runs are blocked so well, you almost forget that someone has to carry the ball to gain the yardage. The leverage by the offensive line to create space up front, really well done.
3 yards to go here on second down. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. On second down, Peterson. And some room to maneuver. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. A really good pickup of 28 yards. And if you're an Adrian Peterson fan, that's the sign that you want to see right there on the other end. They got to learn to get him down, or this could be a long one.
And it's also the sign that his team wanted to see. Him making that type of a run, having a force and an impact on the game that early, that really demoralizes the defense because they realize it could be a long game trying to get him on the ground.
A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
That's complete right around the 8. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Laquan Treadwell, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Vikings have made this now a 1-score game. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fairly short kick, taken at the 14 here. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. Carolina getting set to take the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs. With my good friend Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin with you. It's the Panthers in possession of the football as we begin quarter number 2. And they've got it here with a first down.
Now let's go.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it. And that'll fall incomplete.
It's a tried-and-true formula, and I don't think it'll change for as long as we play football. If someone's trying to throw the ball and you can put pressure on them and make it tough, that's only going to help your defense.
Yeah, he's since being hurried. He got rid of it before taking the hit, but incomplete. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Wide open receiver complete. A good pickup there at 22. And a nice little pass and catch there on the corner route.
Set up very well by the receiver with a head and shoulder fake inside before he comes back downhill to his quarterback.
They'll put 2 receivers left, 2 to the right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Not a run that you're going to write home about, but still a good first down run. That's what an offense calls staying on schedule. 3 to 4 yards on first down, you're set up very well for the rest of the drive.
And the back goes into motion. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it first and goal.
And those first downs do add up. The offense keeps the ball moving downfield and keeps their defense on the bench, giving them a chance to rest.
Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be second down.
Anytime a ball's thrown in the middle of the field, it's popped up in the air, I expect someone to catch. It doesn't matter whether it's offense or defense, because there's usually a great amount of bodies in that part of the field. In this case, no one came up with it.
So second and goal here from the 9. They run with Murray. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It's a pickup of 3, but still a little work to do on third and goal. 6 plays got him down here. This is play number 7, third and goal. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Being chased out left. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Partner, how many times have you heard it? Pressure creates diamonds, right? But it also bursts pipes. And on that one, that's what they got. They got after him, and he was fortunate just to get rid of it.
Yeah, he just had to chuck it away. And Sturgis able to knock it through. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the drive takes them inside the 10, but it ends with just 3.
And a nice job defensively to rise up and make sure they didn't get in.
On the return, here's the dangerous Cordero Patterson. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And that last drive, it was all about the ground game, ground and pound.
And I don't care how we're playing the game these days, offensive linemen still want to fire out and smack the guy opposite them and move the football on the ground. They feel better about that. That's what they want to do. That's how they want to play, and that's how they got it done.
Yeah, they got it for a touchdown last drive. Let's see what happens here.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Shift together here from the D-line. They'll come out in the pistol. Bridgewater now. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
First down, here's a run with Peterson. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Now that's the type of play that'll fire up a defense. Hold them to 1 yard on a first down run. It'll be interesting to see if the offense decides to press the run at all or if they'll abandon it now after gaining only 1 on that play.
Bridgewater now on 2nd down. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
And the offense looking to pick up the first down after the 2nd down incompletion. And defensively, it's a nickel formation here on 3rd down and 9. Throwing is Bridgewater. Complete outright to Kurz. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down.
So much about offense. Is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Bridgewater, and he's got Kyle Rudolph. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35.
Well, it all came together on that one, didn't it?
Big-time throw on fourth.
Now, that had to feel good, didn't it? Taking that type of a gamble there and making it pay off. What a throw.
And tough as a receiver because no matter how perfect the pass, you know it's fourth down and you got to convert.
A little bit of extra pressure, but he overcame it.
And he'll go out of bounds down inside the 15-yard line. So a minute 56 to play in this first half. Back with more from Charlotte after this. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. Peterson alone in the backfield. They're going to give it to him running right. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
So many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. A second down throw for Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 7 yards on the pickup there, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
Possible run anticipation. Here's the deep. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Kyle Rudolph. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Vikings are able to make this a close game again. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his 2nd miss of the year. And our score will stay right where it is. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead. But a mistake there, that can change things in a big way. I say go ahead, take...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And the Vikings pick up the football. And they are going to bring this one back. It's a fumble return, a scoop and score for the Vikings. So the defense forces the fumble. They get the score. And a guy on defense becoming offensive there, Charles.
And you know they love that. Any guy on defense loves to pick up the ball and have it in his hands and try and score himself. In this case, that's exactly what happened.
He'll be singing in the shower post-game. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And the Panthers coming out now. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Red zone opportunity. So a defensive brain lapse there and an encroachment penalty.
Sometimes when you don't watch the football and make sure that it's snapped, you're watching the offensive player, and they can influence you occasionally and look like they're getting ready to move, and the officials don't detect it.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90. Play.
Out of the the gun. They'll look to throw. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Their big-bodied receiver on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are going to jump back in front. And that will make this a 4-point game. The Carolina kick team is out there ready to go, and they kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And a nice job there on special teams as he's taken down at the 14-yard line. The Vikings offense now heading out to take over. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 12-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Aaron Donald's secret, if there is one, to his play, his ability to contort his body in such a way that you can't get a good, clean block on him. He slides through holes and slides past blockers and makes plays just as we saw there.
So we've reached halftime in a wild first. Well, that came a little abruptly here. So working on my apple up in the booth. Hang on here. Let me spit this out. And we can get to the third quarter now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the third. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. They run again on first down. Peterson. No gain on the play. It'll be second down. Well, usually you don't think of the cornerback coming in for a no-gain play, but that's what we had there. Nice tackle.
And how about the range, too? Coming from the outside part of the play, moving his way into the inside and making that play happen.
And down he goes. The pressure getting to Bridgewater. Aaron Donald in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
And the Panthers bring in their nickel set as they try to defend here on third down.
5 defensive backs. Forced out to his left. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. Give him 35 yards there on the third down conversion.
There will always be a place for methodically marching the ball downfield. But when you can pick it up in big chunks and strike like that, have explosive plays, that's often the difference in winning and losing. Those types of plays that can knock a defense off balance, that'll drive a team towards a victory.
Percy Harvin, the intended receiver there, and now it's second down.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
Peterson alone in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he'll be taken down at the 33, a pickup of about 4. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
Bridgewater. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. It goes as a gain of 8. It moves the chains.
And Brandon, from our time in college football, where receivers weren't running the traditional NFL route tree, one thing they did learn, find open areas, find soft spots, and set up and catch the ball. And I think we just saw that there.
Yeah, we saw that indeed, picking up the first. Bridgewater gives to his tailback, Peterson. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. In on the tackle there, Luke Kuechly.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, You can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Second down, Bridgewater. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. Now this will be the 9th play on this drive. Bridgewater a give. This is Peterson. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. And the seemingly endless drive continues. From the gun, Bridgewater. Over the middle, he's got Treadwell. Roughing the passer, that's shades of Charles Davis back in his playing days.
Oh, I sure wish it had been, Brandon. Back in my day, I didn't hit anyone hard enough to rough the passer. I had a number of teammates that handled that for me.
They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. Bridgewater, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Minnesota. Teddy Bridgewater with his 3rd touchdown of the game, number 15 on the year. And the Vikings have once again taken the lead. And that one gives them a 3-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Tyreek Hill on the return. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And the offense lining up 1st and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to take this one down to about the 46-yard line. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
So much of the game today, we're looking for hybrid players, guys who can do a combination of jobs. And anyone who plays a strong safety position, now more than ever, is a hybrid-type player. Half defensive back that covers passes and half linebacker that makes tackles. We just saw the linebacker make that play.
See if they stay on the ground for second down.
All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Detroit. Detroit.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He's got the hook up here on the comebacker, complete. He goes for 18 there as the drive will continue.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. There's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Second down now after the incompletion. the play fake. He'll look to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Incomplete pass on second down. Let's see what the offense draws up here on third.
Here we go now. Blue landing. Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
Back to throw again. He's got time in the pocket. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. Now the Vikings offense works their way back onto the field. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got to a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive.
I do have to admit, I like it when it all comes together. When the top part, catching the football, right, whether you're catching it with your hands or cradling it, comes together with the legs, in this case the feet, doing a little toe tap to stay in bounds and complete the catch.
And a great job by our crew on the camera shot. Love when you see the grass or on the field turf, those rubber pellets flying up. Great catch. Bridgewater gives to Peterson on the draw. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here. They come out here in the eye. And we're back now in Charlotte. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. A good pickup there at 22.
And they pick up a first down, and that came out of the fullback position. But as you and I both know, that doesn't necessarily mean it's a fullback playing in that spot.
Well, times have changed, right? The old school fullback doesn't really exist anymore.
We're not getting that same player out of college with all the spread offenses, not very many pro style, where you actually have a true fullback. We're having to make do in the NFL and put guys in that spot who emulate it but aren't necessarily that position.
A 2nd down throw for Bridgewater. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. Adrian Peterson, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Vikings find a way to stretch their lead. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. And so we have the touchdown. Now here's Blair Walsh to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. Looked like they had something going last drive. Then the interception happened. Will they recover?
The memory they need to keep with them is that they did have something going. They were moving the ball on offense, had a nice sequence going, Don't worry about the other part. You can't get that back. Let's go back to what you were doing well before.
I thought you were going to say they need to have no memory, but remember the good part, forget the bad.
I like that even better.
Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. And now out comes Minnesota. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
Then confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now, and they want to get out there and show it.
Yeah, hoping to stay in that groove here this go-around. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Second down following the run.
I know you're trying to wring every yard out of a run, but I think 9 yards there is ideal in this situation.
Yeah, now next couple plays, you only need 1 yard. Keep that clock rolling with a lead here in the 4th.
Yeah, what you're saying is maybe if it takes you 1 or 2 more runs to get the first down, that's extra time, extra plays. Really hurts the team on defense.
And now it's a 3rd and 4 situation for the offense. They come up in an offset eye. To throw, Bridgewater. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it. He's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. So they settle for just the 3 there, but clearly anything helps when you're trying to salt one away here in the 4th.
Without a doubt, I think a touchdown would have been the final nail. But 3 does give him some breathing room and lets him build up a little cushion.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Carolina getting set to take the field. And last time wasn't pretty. 1 play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. They come out with 1 back and 3 tight ends. And he'll give it here to his running back. 2 yards on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
8 yards to go here on 2nd down.
Back to the Philly, here we go. Set, 3-19. 3-19. No, check. Patriots, here we go. Detroit. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
And they'll go on the ground. And he is going to lose yardage here. He lost 4 there, and it's 3rd down.
We just saw another example of how the defense is winning this game. Really at the point of attack, the offensive line's just getting pushed around. I think now as a play caller, you've got to give them a little bit of help. Maybe keep your tight ends a little bit more. Maybe the running backs help you a little bit with the pass blocking. But you've got to help them get some confidence because you can't abandon the play calling right now.
Costly mistake for the offense. They now face 17 yards to go on 3rd down. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it's going to leave them with a 4th down. Here's Andy Lee now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Viking football here as they take possession. Now the Minnesota offense set to take over again. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. So the offense has it 1st and 10. They'll come up now in the Wildcat package. And off comes to Peterson. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a gain of 17 that time. And it'll be 1st down Vikings. Throwing here, Bridgewater. They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Minnesota. Adrian Peterson with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Vikings. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride.
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them.
Here we go now.
And they'll run it here. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Offense still needing 10 yards, 2nd down. So nothing there, but maybe you blame that on the blocking.
Yeah, at some point, you've got to win at the point of attack. And on that play, that was all the defense. They made it happen.
A gain of a yard gets them back where they started. Now it's 3rd and 10.
Well, I think we know by now that every run is not going to be broken and get all the way to the end zone. But these short ones still have their value. You can still set up your play action and throw the football. You control the clock because you have the ball and they don't. And often the physicality sets the tempo for the game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. Call it a gain of 5. 4th down now.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. You'll take that anytime you hand the ball to a back.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Minnesota, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Atlanta to take on the Falcons. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the loss here will move them back to 500 at 3-3. And they'll try to get back on track next week as they head to Dallas to take on the Cowboys.